How do you hold on to the meaning of life when it seems to be slipping through your fingers? This happened to the great Russian writer Leo Tolstoy. The beliefs he held close, the very things that gave him purpose, suddenly seemed like strange, leading him into a crisis so deep that even his wealth, fame, and family couldn't pull him out of it. Tolstoy wasn't just a storyteller. He was a seeker, wrestling with life's most complex and uncomfortable questions. His writings transcend time, urging us to face our deepest fears and doubts. Perhaps his most profound question was one many of us avoid: what is my life's purpose? Born in 1828, Tolstoy grew up in an aristocratic Russian family, surrounded by privilege and tradition. He inherited vast estates and wealth and, by his 30s, had earned a reputation as one of Russia's greatest writers. His masterpieces, War and Peace and Anna Karenina, brought him the kind of success, respect, and legacy most people dream of. But despite all his accomplishments, Tolstoy felt a deep emptiness. No amount of fame or fortune could fill the void. In his 50s, at the peak of his career, Tolstoy faced a crushing existential crisis. Everything he had believed in and worked for felt hollow, like chasing shadows. Even though he had the love of his family, the admiration of his readers, and a life of comfort, he couldn't shake the haunting question: what is all of this for? This question forced him to confront his own mortality and the fear that his life might lack true meaning. Tolstoy later described his struggle as standing at the edge of a cliff with nothing to hold on to. Life, he thought, was fleeting. No matter how significant one's achievements, they would eventually be erased by time. He wondered, why am I here? What's my life's purpose? And why should I keep living if everything I love and cherish will eventually fade away? This wasn't just a philosophical dilemma. It tore apart the foundations of his life. Tolstoy questioned everything: his art, his relationships, his identity. He felt trapped in a cycle of illusions, deceived by the world into believing that success and status had meaning. Deep down, he sensed a harsher truth. None of it mattered. This realization terrified him, but also awakened in him a desperate desire to find something real, something lasting, that could give him a reason to live. Tolstoy's search for meaning was not an easy one. In his autobiography, A Confession, he describes hitting rock bottom. My question, the one that brought me to the verge of suicide at 50, was the simplest. What will come of what I am doing today or tomorrow? He wanted more than an answer to make life tolerable. He needed one that justified living. What unsettled him most was how others around him seemed unbothered by these questions. They carried on with their lives, not worrying about meaning. Tolstoy, however, couldn't escape the weight of it. He began observing peasants and noticed that they found peace in their faith and the simplicity of daily life. This crisis wasn't just personal. It echoed through his novels, where characters faced similar disillusionment. In Anna Karenina, Anna pursues a passionate affair, believing it will bring her happiness and freedom. But her pursuit ends in isolation, despair, and tragedy. Her story mirrors Tolstoy's realization. Without a higher purpose, personal satisfaction feels empty. In the end, Tolstoy discovered a truth that was simple, yet profound. Meaning wasn't found in grand achievements or intellectual answers. It was found in acts of humility, in connecting with others, and in accepting life as it is. He wrote, "Only by merging myself with the whole life of humanity could I find my own life." For Tolstoy, embracing life's interconnectedness, realizing he was part of something larger, finally brought him peace. This transformation reshaped not only his life, but also his writing and activism. His later works, such as Resurrection, reflect his harsh critique of social systems like the courts and prisons. The main character, Nekhlyudov, undergoes a moral awakening, recognizing his role in the suffering of others. Nekhlyudov's journey mirrors Tolstoy's own, showing that true meaning lies not in comfort, but in living justly, no matter the cost. Tolstoy's philosophy grew more radical over time. He developed ideas about non-violence and simple living, which later inspired leaders like Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. In The Kingdom of God is Within You, Tolstoy argued, government is violence, Christianity is meekness, non-resistance, love. He believed that everyone had a responsibility to reject systems of power and violence and to live ethically. For Tolstoy, life's purpose wasn't in material success or intellectual pursuits, but in an ethical commitment to do what is right. This required looking inward to confront one's role in perpetuating injustice and working tirelessly to live morally. Tolstoy challenges us with the same question. What is the purpose of your life? Are you willing to confront it? To look beyond achievements, possessions, and distractions to see what truly lies at your core? He believed that meaning comes when we stop living only for ourselves and find purpose in love, humility, and connection with others. If you've never asked yourself this question, perhaps now is the time. Tolstoy's journey teaches us that the search for meaning may be painful, but it's also the path to true fulfillment. Are you ready to take that journey?